exposes wrongdoing, holds the powerful accountable. The I-Team.
Now to an I-Team update tonight on the awful living conditions at two Jacksonville apartment communities, both owned by Reverend Richard Hamlet's Global Ministries Foundation. Today, the foundation faced a magistrate judge over outstanding code violations. City Councilman Garrett Dennis asked the magistrate to fine the foundation for failing to make repairs by a deadline. 30 staircases were found to be in violation last October during a code enforcement sweep. 18 staircases still need to be replaced. The magistrate did not impose financial penalties, at least not yet, and ordered the stairs to be fixed in the next 90 days.
Right after that hearing, I-Team investigator Lindsay Gardner saw Councilman Reggie Brown, whom she's been trying to reach, to ask him if he will help the residents of Washington Heights. That complex is in his district.
Tenants have turned to the I-Team for help for 7 months now, calling us to investigate squalor in their homes. After our reports, Mayor Curry, Councilman Garrett Dennis, and most recently, Councilman Tommy Hazouri have all vowed to help. Councilman Reggie Brown has represented District 10, which does include Washington Heights, since 2008. Today, I asked him what he's doing. Curious if we could talk to you about the situation at Washington Heights and what you're doing to help the residents there.
I would love to. One of the things that, let me be very clear that I want to send a message. I'm not into exploiting the residents that are economically challenged. I don't believe that it takes the media to get the job done.
So just trying to go back and understand, do you feel like Mayor Curry, Councilman Dennis, and Councilman Hazouri have contributed to exploiting the people of Eureka Gardens through the media?
No, absolutely not. I said my position. My position is if I can get things done without bringing the media in, the cameras in, to residents that live in those areas that's economically challenged, then I would do that.
And it's tore almost to the brick.
I'm not going to exploit the residents. We do not need the cameras going into their living quarters.
So you think exposing the problems and the deplorable conditions they're living in on the news is exploiting them rather than trying to get them help?
I think exposing the situation, but when we take and put residents on cameras, all right, we destroy
residents who want to talk.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. What we're doing when folks are economically challenged, I believe, when we put them on camera, we're destroying their dignity. Let's fix the problem, is what I'm saying. Just fix the problem.
It's been 7 months. Is he doing his job?
Well, it's been, as far as I'm concerned, it's been 40 years since that place looked like that, since all these apartments have looked like the way that they look. So I'm not giving anyone a pass. I just don't believe that standing before you all, standing before the city saying, get out of town, I say fix it. Go all the way back up to the federal government, ask them to do their job, all the way down.
Well, if you know it's been a problem for 40 years, why weren't you fixing it before the media got involved?
Listen, we have been. In fact, they would tell you, you can go right in there and pull my name up and see how many times I, Reginald Lamar Brown, have called code enforcement throughout District 10, throughout the city of Jacksonville. So going back to resources, this is where we are.
This wood looks bad and it's falling.
Me personally, if I had to live there and I was not satisfied, I would cancel my voucher and go somewhere else.
But they all can't do that. There's not places for them to go, which is why they turn to their city councilman to step in and get them help.
Yes, and
have you done enough?
Absolutely, we are trying. I think the next step for the mayor, and this will be even for Hazouri as well as Dennis Garrett, let's get the federal HUD in here. Let's sit down and let's find out whether or not there are federal funds to actually do what we need to do. But in the meantime, my conversation has been with Reverend Hamlet. Listen, you need a strategic plan.
So has he given you one?
Yep. Yes, he has, and we've said.
Can you provide us a copy?
Absolutely. Well, I would ask Reverend Hamlet to provide that copy for you.
Do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
Councilman Brown did not provide us a copy of that plan, but reiterated the problem starts with the federal government.
If he's not getting the funding support that he needs in order to manage those apartments.
He gets $6 million a year in federal money to manage Jacksonville properties.
And let's be very candid about that. They all get money to manage those properties, but none of those guys are in it as a charity case. That's all of them making money.
Councilman Reggie Brown says he and Reverend Richard Hamlet have agreed to a 7-year timeline to fully renovate Washington Heights. I asked Global Ministries Foundation if they had a copy of that strategic plan that Councilman Brown referenced. So far, we have not received it. The Washington Heights Tenant Association does plan to meet next week. Councilman Brown tells me he will be there and will ask the tenants to not let the media in. In the studio, Lindsay Gardner, Channel 4, the local station.